Hello, hello, beautiful souls. So, first things first, there is an awakening going on. This whole weekend has been just dedicated to just healing our minds and accepting fully and firmly God's plan for ourselves. That we may see beyond this veil of fear and step firmly into the present, which is where love is. And I feel this ripple effect happening in all of humanity. And we've been kind of giving this visual, even this evening, of all of us kind of holding hands, standing right in front of the door to heaven, right in front of the door to the new world and to God. And literally we're all just kind of coming up, holding each other's hands, standing here together as we reach out to all of humanity, one hand in each other, one hand in humanity, with Jesus, all of the sonship. And we literally together step into the new world. We literally step into the light, into this awakening. And I feel it on every ounce of my being. And it's massive and it's so beautiful. And it truly is the magnitude of God's grace taking over all of us and letting the ego stay in the past so we don't bring any of the past with us, freeze the future, and lets us rest forever in this present holy moment where we are all happy and free. This is what I want for all the world, and it's happening. I feel it bubbling through, so it's so beautiful. And it lets today's lesson truly bring a lot of meaning as well to this whole experience, because today's lesson is in fearlessness and love I spend today. In fearlessness and love I spend today. And this thought points to that experience when we've stepped through that door, when we've lifted that veil, when we've truly embraced the kingdom of love that is our reality. And so I know that this is what we all can experience here. This is no longer some fleeting idea that happens with the yogis in the Himalayan mountains. This happens to every single human being on the planet. And so we are being those beacons today and every day. So thank you, brother and sister souls, for joining me here. So today's lesson 310, begins with a little prayer. So let's let ourselves kind of call upon this grace as we turn within, and in our unified mind, let ourselves retreat past the words and into the experience. So let this begin our day in fearlessness and love as we spend today here. This day, my Father, would I spend with you, as you have chosen all my days should be. And what I will experience is not of time at all. The joy that comes to me is not of days nor hours, for it comes from heaven to your Son. This day will be your sweet reminder to remember you, your gracious calling to your holy Son, the sign your grace has come to me, and that it is your will I be set free today. And of course, even the words that are used here are what is beaming from my soul. So this is completely on point. For it is this day, this moment now, my Father, I would spend with you, as you have chosen all my days should be. And what is it that God wills for us? God wills for us perfect happiness. So when we declare that this day, my Father, I spend with you, that means we are giving the day to perfect happiness. For this is how He wills us to spend our every waking day. And it is this experience that will be not of time at all. For when we slip past the veil, we are slipping from time to timelessness. We are moving from time into eternity. For eternity is where our Father in this perfect happiness is. And in being eternal, it's never not now. It is never not now. It is always, always here. So it is that joy that comes to me. Is not of days nor hours, for it comes from heaven to your Son. Again, it has nothing to do with days or hours, for it is in the eternal present moment now. And it comes from heaven to your Son. So with us holding hands, standing at that door, standing at that veil, it is heaven that is on the other side. It is the joy that is on the other side, and it's nothing to fear. We were just reminded of here to forget the past, to forget the ego. And in the instant that we forget the past and forget this fear, we step into that bliss and that joy of heaven. It is a gift to God's Son, which is ourselves. So this day will be your sweet reminder to remember you. We are remembering love. We are remembering God and forgetting fear, forgetting the ego. Your gracious calling to your Holy Son, the sign your grace has come to me, and that it is your will I be set free today. It is our Father's will that we are set free. He has given us His grace, His love, and it is this grace that is calling us home. It is this grace that is calling us to lift the veil, to step into the new door, the new heaven, the new opening to our new world. This is what we are all being called to today, and that is where our freedom is. So let's conclude here today. We spend this day together, you and I. And all the world joins with us in our song of thankfulness and joy to Him who gave salvation to us and who set us free. We are restored to peace and holiness. There is no room in us for fear today, for we have welcomed love into our hearts. Yes, love waits on welcome, not on time. Love waits on welcome and not on time. And so this perfect love that we are welcoming into our hearts today casts out all fear. It casts out all fear because it is perfect love. So this day we spend with God and ourselves together and as one, and all of the world joins in our song of thankfulness and joy to Him. This is given to our Father because He has set us free. His plan is for our freedom. So in gratitude and joy, we are restored to our peace and our holiness. And so there is no room for fear here. We have welcomed perfect love into our hearts. And this is where we are all standing now, hearts full of love, minds freed to embrace the one purpose that God has given us. Truly standing here as demonstrations for all the world to see that we are all saviors of the world. We have the power to change it all here. And so today is the day that we begin to spend in fearlessness and love today. In fearlessness and love I spend today. So let's affirm, in fearlessness and love I spend today. In fearlessness and love I spend today. Perhaps contemplate on this idea, sit with this idea, feel this idea, and let the meaning be shown to you from within. Step through that door, lift that veil, and know we're all doing this together. You're not alone. So we're being called here today. God's graciousness is calling us. And together we are answering and saying, yes, thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. And so it is, beautiful souls. In fearlessness and love we spend today.